Okay, this is a very quick video to show you some ab work, which if done on a daily basis will really connect the abs. I found that it's worked exceptionally well. We do a bit of oblique work first, and then we'll start getting into some really snazzy ab work. The routine is to be done pretty much every single day. You can get up to 300 of these per day, or you can start at what you like. We're going to start with the obliques first. So you can do this in a lounge at home, and you put your feet up on a lounge. Make sure your top leg is always in front of the bottom leg, as I'll show you in the box in a second. And I'm only going to do about 20 of these, but you can build your way up to 50 each side, and in fact even 100 each side. The breathing is really important, so you've got to do the deep, loud breaths that I will be doing, and they're blast breaths. A lot of them are blast breaths, so you've got to do it really loudly. Stick to the breathing, because the breathing actually helps you engage your transverse abdominals as well. So I'm just going to do 20 on this side. I won't do the reverse, so I won't turn my back to the camera. You can pause the video at any time, so that you can then finish off your 20 or 30 or 50, whatever it is, and then go on to the next exercise, which I will then show again about 30 of or so, and then you can pause it at any time and do up to 50, 60, whatever you actually feel like doing. So the first one we're going to do is make sure you keep your elbow directly below your shoulder. Your top foot is in front on your lounge, as I said. Your bottom leg is behind you there. This hand eventually will go up to the ceiling once you're strong enough to do that. But in the meantime, you can have it on the floor, just a fingertip, so you don't want too much pressure on this hand. Keep your head looking straight forward, so it's not down like this. You can turn your hips slightly into the floor for this. So all you're going to do is do a blast breath, which is pretty much all your air out of your lungs in less than a quarter second, and do 20 of these, like this. Okay, and then you keep going from there, doing as many as you possibly can. From there, what you're going to do is change over, do the other side, and then you're going to find a mat similar to this. It's a curved mat. If you don't have this, a big beach towel will do, because you're going to put this under your tailbone, not under your back. You're also going to have a cushion for your head. So the head will go there, tailbone will be just off the edge, so you're lying on your back, tailbone is actually off the edge here, so it's probably about a quarter way down there. You're lengthening your spine out, so you're not going to have an arch in the back when you start. There will be an arch as you go on. That's okay, that's absolutely fine. You're going to place your hands like this with your thumbs in your occiput, so that you're not actually having your thumbs touching your neck. That's there just to support your head. From there, you take your legs up into the air. Keep your toes turned in and your heels open. So you're not turned out like that, you're turned in like that. Keep the legs as low as you can, and you're going to do up to 30 breaths. Breathing's like this. Curling up as much as you can. If you can have your hands here, keep your abs in, do that. Otherwise, place the hands behind your head. As you do this, if you feel your back arching, that's fine. Raise your legs higher if your back's straining. So you take the strain out of your back, shoulder blades off the ground as much as you can, and keep breathing until you've done those. About 20 or 30 of those. Your next one, same position, hands behind the head, curled up, and so you're taking your leg to the outside of the mat, staying shoulder blades off the ground, and this deep breath. So back to the center, and again you're aiming for probably 30 each side. So it's quite strong, that's your target. If you can get 30 each side. Start off with 30 in total if you want to. Immediately after you've done that, you take about another 5-second rest. So the cushion is here, just so that if you do want to rest your head down, your fingers barely touch the cushion. So you're not pushing your head down really hard. Remember, start at 10 if you can only do 10 rather than 15 or 20. The next exercise is again toes turned in. Your legs will go to the outside of the mat. This takes a bit of balance and control. So it's like a little parabola with your legs going over to the sides, as you can see on the outsides of the mat. And you're breathing. And keep going with those until your target is 30 each side. Okay. The next one after that, still in the same position, hands behind your head, legs turned out this time with just a couple of small little beats of the ankles with panting breathing. Then the breath in. Aiming for 30 of those. Once again, you want to try and keep your legs as low as you possibly can to the floor without the back overarching and without it straining at all. So like I said, there will be a small arch in your back, which is absolutely fine, and keep going with those. If at the end of those, you want to do another set of your side blasts with your top leg in front, bottom leg behind, do another set of 20 or 30 of those. If you've got the core strength to be able to get up to that and do that, absolutely fine, do that. And if you stick to that routine, it takes no more than about 12 minutes a day. It does take time to build up to get the strength there. If for the ladies, you're feeling that your shoulder isn't strong enough when doing this one, then there is a different version where you can just lie on the ground, arm extended out, fingertips on the floor well in front of you, legs forward at about a 45-degree angle, rest your head. So you're lifting both legs at the same time, but you've got to keep the 45-degree angle of the legs. That also gets your oblique, so you can do that 20 or 30 each side, keep alternating sides, instead of doing it with the feet up on your lounge or anywhere like that. Okay? And stick to that. Let me know how you go.